Welcome back. During our year in the Yorkshire Dales, we've been following Robert Ainsworth and his dad David build a replica crook barn at the back of the family pub.
I'm not sure that I'm a perfectionist. I love attention to detail. I do know with old buildings, unless you get the detail right, it just doesn't work. There's no nails holding it together. In some ways, you do it less than perfect to get the effect that you want. So I'm not really a perfectionist.
And they've been working to a very important deadline.
We've been very busy the past few months trying to get it ready for my wedding we've got on Saturday. So we've done a lot of joinery work. We've built these stairs all from local English green oak, which we're very proud of. As you can see, we've got a lot of clearing out to do. There's some finishing touches on the roof and the rest of the tables to get finished. We've also put gas lights in all around the walls, but we were very keen with the plaster to not have any right angles in it. If you look in all the old buildings around, the plasterers have always rounded off their work, and so we've attempted to do the same. We think we've done pretty well. If you look around the window reveals, we wanted to give them a bit of shape instead of just a right angle coming straight down. We didn't think that would suit the place at all. The response has been fantastic from people when they've come in. Wow is usually the first response, and or what does it date from is another popular comment, which it takes some explaining that it's actually all new. We've just gone to great lengths to make it in the traditional way, using traditional materials, and I think it's got most people fooled.
Even the finishing touches are done traditionally with lime wash, not emulsion.
It's taken 3 coats to get a good finish. Maybe you'd be looking at 2 with emulsion, but I know one thing: if you mix your whitewash or your lime wash yourself, it's a lot cheaper than emulsion. I've just been so busy getting it ready that I haven't had time to get nervous really, but I think we're going to be all right as long as I get cleared out in time.
Now, I'd like to take you deep into the woods at Bolton Abbey. In a fairy tale environment, children from 6 months to 12 years are given a Montessori education.
252. That is such a good guess.
Yes! Wharfdale Montessori School is run by Jane Lord. Who's this? A woman with a passion for giving children the best start in a unique way.
Stridwood Nature Reserve is, for me, one of the best resources anyone could have in terms of being able to take children out into the natural world and environment and let them explore it. But Luke?
Yeah?
I think these are spiders' egg casings. When I first wanted to start a school and was searching for one, when I came here, just fell in love with it and I thought, this is it. We tend to assume, generally in education, that it is the teacher and the teacher's knowledge that is needed to be imparted to the child. We give the lessons, we prepare the lessons, we plan the lessons, and we teach.
Check.
What Dr. Montessori did was almost turn conventional teaching on its head, in as much that she follows the child.
I like Montessori because you don't have to sit at desks, so you can work on the floor, or you can go and do things with other people.
I mean, in many ways, Montessori primary is very similar in a lot of ways to the way a lot of the old little Dales primaries work, where you had just 2 schoolrooms. And it's wonderful to see that interaction between the different age bands. That is critical with Montessori. From the very beginning, from when they are 2.5, we will say to the children, you can do it yourself. They might see an exercise on the shelf. Can I do that? Yes, of course you can. I will show you how, and then I will go away and you can do it yourself. The other big difference, of course, with Montessori is that we don't test and we don't have homework. And of course everyone goes, ooh, of course they've got to cover their history, their science, their literacy, their numeracy, their computer skills, their technology. But it's that allowing them free rein and responsibility to do more for themselves. When we first opened, we did attract the odd tree huggers and things like that. The bedrock for the little children is what we call exercises of practical life. And of course a lot of people outside, what's the point in teaching a child to wash dusters or whatever? Effectively, small children have an enormous driving urge to actually do real things. Well done. Where better than Wharfdale to be able to teach? It's absolutely beautiful, and it gives us everything we need to give the children this form of education.
Now, Roy tells me he very rarely sees the inside of a pub, but tonight's an exception. The company making the porcelain models of his sheepdogs are launching their collection not in London, but at Roy's local.
I'm just looking for a young man called Roy. Must be at the bar somewhere. Roy, John Sinclair.
Howdy there.
Nice to meet you.
The MD has invited all Roy's friends to a party where Roy and the press will see the ornaments for the first time.
All right, chuffed to see them. Probably been first time in their lives they've licked down when I've told them. I hope they just look natural as they are. Nice turnout of folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry to stop you eating. What we're doing today is thanking Roy for being so kind and helpful, and we'd like to present to him the first 2 Beswick collies that have been produced in the UK. So if you'd like to undo the tissue, and then you can tell me which is which one represents which dog.
Oh, God, it's more likely than what she is. Oh, that's old Jess.
That's old Jess, is it? Now, is it fairly realistic?
Very realistic.
Oh, that's very, very kind of you to
I
say.
think colour's right, colour.
Is it really?
Them's absolutely bang on.
Thank you very much. We're very appreciative.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Super.
Roy was going to bring Jess and Kate to the party, but they rolled in something unmentionable, and he decided they should stay in the Land Rover.
Just as they are, they're just expression is just exactly as they are. Any minute now it'll start growling at Kate, because they growl at one another.
It's Robert's wedding day in Appletree-Wick.
I'm a little bit nervous, although the nerves are certainly building now.
I've noticed he's pacing up and down a bit, but he's all right. He's been practicing his speech this morning.
He's come together so well. It's better than me or my dad ever imagined. We're so chuffed with it, both of us.
Hooray! I knew Robert would work hard, but I didn't really appreciate how much work he would put in. He's just been absolutely flat out. But I think the most important thing has been the passion that he's put into it.
Despite a day to church in 2 hours' time, Robert's still got black paint on his hands and some unfinished jobs to do.
The ladies have been saying that they're going to catch themselves on these pegs coming down the steps. Mum's the word.
The whole idea of this building is to build it with natural materials that you can find in the local environment. And some people, for extraordinary reasons, seem to like drinking lager. And this thing arrived. Now, it's just completely not what we want. So we thought we'd make a cover for it, like that. Which, well, to me looks far more in keeping. It couldn't be more perfect, could it? It's his wedding day, and he's having his reception in the barn that he's built. It's going to make it very special. He's nervous, but he's excited.
Yeah. Doesn't help that it's slightly windy, does it? Hello.
I, Robert,
take you, Alison,
to
be my wife.
to be my wife.
I therefore proclaim that they are husband and wife.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's very quick.
Really, it's all happening far
it
too
is.
quickly, isn't
Yeah,
it?
and people keep calling me Mrs. Ainsworth, which is
right.
new.
Quite right.
It is quite right.
I think it's the only Krupp building that the public have access to. There are the remains of Krupp buildings on the Bolton Abbey estate, but they're all on private land. And of course they're not complete, they're not thatched. So this is really the only one that people can come in and see.
Thank you very much. That's brilliant.
Lovely. You don't see any modern buildings that are built with character any longer, and this is absolutely stunning. It's a great job.
What can I say? It's fabulous.
Put his heart and soul into it, and it has really paid off.
Well, we finally got it done in time for the wedding. It's been a lot of pressure and a lot of hard work to get it done in time, but it's like a dream come true. Can't believe it. We're delighted with it all. I think Alison's pretty happy with it too.
It's people like Robert who make the Yorkshire Dale so special. I hope you've enjoyed our time in the real Emmerdale. It's a magical place, full of surprises. And remember Roy's special sheepdog? Look what Roy found in his kitchen on Christmas morning.
I've just come back for a day with my sheep, and it had had some pups. Christmas, it's about like any other day. We do my job, feed sheep, then I go off and have my dinner, come back and do my jobs at night. I'll have to keep an eye on these dogs now. You don't get many good dogs in a lifetime. Bonny little dog, I'll probably keep that one myself.
Goodbye.